everybody. Welcome back to another edition of It's Dangerous to Go Alone, everybody's favorite free agent tourney of all skill levels. I'm Tao Panda, and joining me is Milotic.
Hello.
And I know it's been a while, but we are back, and we are live. We have games coming up. We're joining the lobby, and so we should have some epic gameplay, as always.
Let's go. The first up, hold on, I want to close the tab. First up, we have Mystery Machine versus Honorable Headache. And we're going to Mincemeat, Metalworks, Rainmaker. So, the thing about Mincemeat, yes, it did get reworked. It's a little bit it's better than what it was. It's not the best. So really the goal is just not to get locked out.
That is true, and I feel like the changes they made recently to Mincemeat, it's kind of, it seems very helpful for the, the aggressing team, but not quite as helpful for the team that's defending. There's a new ramp on the side for easier access to take the Rainmaker. There's the new walls in mid so that you can get up to the grates easier. Yeah, playing on it, I have to say, maybe it's just because I got so used to Mincemeat how it was, but I don't really like it, if I'm being honest.
I mean, really?
Has a nice tacticooler placement here on the plat. Mystery Machine did use a crab, maybe another special there, but they didn't really get too much out of it. Like you were saying, Milotic, it's really just a fight for mid still. We're already a minute into this match, but neither team has really gotten that advantage. They might have lost a player here, a player there, but this is really interesting. I think both teams are just kind of feeling the other one out, seeing what they can get away with, and so it feels like it's anybody's game at this point. We have another tacticooler from the Dynamo, a bubble's out. Looks like Honorable Headache is now finally making their move, and they do get the first checkpoint.
That is great for them, but Mystery Machine does have 3 specials at that ready, and it is sort of a delayed wipe, just that V-shot left on the board for Honorable Headache. Although they did get to 58, that could just be the game-winning play, because on Mincemeat you can't really move past mid. As I say that, the V-shot gets a double.
That is true. Something about this map, but like, you can get the checkpoint, but unlike some other maps, you don't really make it that much farther. But beautiful reef slider here from the Reflux. Looks like Honorable Headache is trying to push their lead a little bit farther, but once they're on this truck, nice. Trizuka there. It's a little risky, but it looks like it paid off. I'm not sure if the crab got anything, but the dualies are still alive. They're gonna put up a last-ditch effort here.
You see them trying to push that ramp. The Dynamo does go down. There is the jump there. Ended up getting the V-shot in mid-air. It is 2 down for Mystery Machine. 3 down now. This may be all they need. The Roebucks explode, and they do get shot up by those dualies.
Yes, Honorable Headache truly being a headache for Mystery Machine here as they try to take the final podium. Rapid Blaster stops them. Mystery Machine's really in a tough spot here.
Are able to end up dropping that Rainmaker as far as from their back point as they can, bringing it back to mid, and ensuring that they don't get knocked out. Less than 2 minutes left on the board. 3 specials up for Mystery Machine once again, and the crab getting popped.
Yeah, Mystery Machine's doing a great job at keeping ink going, getting their specials up. So far in this game, they haven't gotten too much out of them, but I mean, that's a great observation you've made, Milotic. Like, they are getting their specials live, they're using them, but maybe it's just the timing or learning how to coordinate together, because these players are, you know, maybe playing together for the first time. So they're trying to learn how to use them effectively, it seems like.
Do go down for Mr. Machine once again. Oh, as I say that, Zuka coming out taking one. It's just a bloodbath in mid.
It is!
And a minute left on the board. It is a 1v1 between the pencil and the V-shot. They just have to play more. They have to, excuse me. They have to gang together if they want to even get past 99, because mid is just so hard to pass through.
Yeah, so you've got the Dynamo laying down ink all over the place from that truck. You've got the Blaster watching the ledges for Honorable Headache, and we have a Zuka now, and there's only 10 seconds left on the clock. Mystery Machine really just kind of has to make a dive for the Rainmaker, try to survive, and see what they can do.
Oh, they do end up picking it up, but they got pincered by Honorable Headache and ending that overtime, ending the game right then and there.
So our
They
first
were
game...
able to get past 99.
Yeah, so they were able to get past 99. So the first game will go to Honorable Headache. And so this is the group stage, just to remind everybody. So we are going to play all 3, and the point system, these teams really do want to try to take every game they can to make it to the top cut. That's something that's super interesting about watching these games here at It's Dangerous to Go Alone.
So it is, as you said, it is play all 3. The top 4 in a group will move on to top cut, and then top cut is single elimination with best of 5s, with the entire map list being predetermined. So there are no counter picks and no sneaky Mahi zones to get that cheap Rainmaker player cheese in.
That's oddly specific.
I don't know. First thing that came to mind.
So we're going to be going to Shipshape Cargo Tower Control. This map mode combo is an interesting one. I wouldn't quite say that I enjoy playing on this map mode, but it's a map mode.
It exists.
Yeah. I feel like, similar to Mincemeat, Rainmaker, Shipshape Tower also kind of becomes a fight for mid. It can become just a fight for mid for so long, but the breakthrough can happen a lot faster.
Yes, it is going to be interesting how they pick their weapons on this map, because they did have a reflex, and it might not be the best on this map with all the elevations unless you can get those hits. It's gonna be interesting to see what they pull out. Oh, same comps. Pretty much the same comps. It is the same comps from both teams.
Yeah.
It's gonna be nice to see how they use these, because the Dynamo can hit past ledges, the reflex could go across those grates, because it'd be nice to see how they put those to use.
Yeah, and that overtop view, just in the first, what was that, 10 seconds? You could really see that Honorable Headache just has so much paint power. The map on their side was just getting filled completely. And they already have a Trizuka, they already have their Tacticooler. The Reflux is waiting to use their Reef Slider.
Yeah,
It's
we can
really
see here.
impressive.
Yeah, because we could see Honorable Headache is already in the enemy's base. Because like if you can secure yourself in that base, then it's gonna be really hard for the enemy team to push out, as Honorable Headache's already at checkpoint 2.
Yeah, it's like we don't even have time to catch up to the gameplay here. Honorable Headache living up to the name. They are honorably riding the tower to the KO actually.
With the Reef Slider, let's go. Reef Slider goated.
I do feel like the Reef Slider doesn't get as much love as it deserves. So shout out to Honorable Headache to highlighting just how effective the Reef Slider can be.
Any weapon can work if you put the time behind it and pair it with the good thing that works with it. But we do have one more game left in this set. Hagglefish Market Zones. So this is a map where Reef Slider can thrive just because if you just zoom in there, there's so many spots where you can just insta-cap the zone. It's really helpful to like delay the zone, especially if you're getting past like those penalty points and such, and give your team a chance to regroup and get back in there.
Yes, exactly. So if both teams keep the same comps, this is going to be a really interesting game to watch just because of that alone. Because we've seen that the Reflux does get their Reef Slider. They hold on to it. They know when to use it, it seems like. So Honorable Headache might actually be a headache on this map mode. And as everyone knows, Hagglefish Zones is one of my favorite map mode combos. Because it's got the side routes, it's got, of course, the zone. But once you break past the zone, that's where all the magic happens. Once you're in that court area, once you're on the ramp, and with the way that Honorable Headache played the tower game that we just watched, I feel like they might be getting a little confident now. We might see them push up to the ramps, push up to Mystery Machine's plat. And so I want to see how Mystery Machine reacts to that.
Yeah, it is going to be hard because Honorable Headache does have like insane paint, as you mentioned in the last game. So Mystery Machine is going to need to find a way to either get the picks so they don't have as much paint, or just get more paint than them. Because really, in the end of the day, it's a turf war, especially with that zone in the middle. You want to have the most control by the end to hold on to that zone. You want to be able to make sure your team is able to split up evenly, take fights together, and really make sure that you're fighting as a team, because it is a multiplayer game.
Exactly. No, I mean that's exactly that's such a good point, actually, especially with It's Dangerous to Go Alone, because like I was saying earlier, these players might not have had a chance to practice together. It's a free agent tournament, they're put together, and so we might be seeing like the live adaptation of how everyone learns to play cohesively. Yeah. And it's so, such a huge part of everything.
Yeah, it could be your first time. You could be just friends that happen to be grouped together. That's happened more than once to me. But in the end, they need to well, you're just, oh my god, you're just meeting for like a few times. You should probably learn how to like play off of each other's strengths, even though you may not know each other as well. You all have the common goal to win. So if you both work towards that goal, even with the maps and the enemy team pushing against you, you need to push harder. Not like in the game, but like emotionally. Get that don't know, get that Pokemon feeling in those raid battles. And like, tear down their enemy forces. I don't know. I'm just blackmailing.
So I usually
Yeah.
play weapons like on Hagglefish zones. I usually play like N-Zap or maybe a junior with a bubble, and I'm throwing double bombs right past the
God.
edge of the zone.
I hate Bull. It's so annoying. It's like you get like basically a mini bomb rush.
Yes. It's a bunch of tiny mini bomb rushes. But it's... What's wrong with that, guys? It's fun, isn't it?
No.
For my team. If we're on the same team.
Well, yeah. Okay, but does that ever happen? Like you're fighting a good player, and then as soon as they're on your team, they do awful. I hate it when that happens. Like a double-edged sword.
Yes. And I feel like that happens because I don't know. I play a lot of team-based play and open and scrims and competitive, so when I go back to playing stuff like X Battles or Series, I do feel like sometimes you could play against someone on the opposing team and they're just phenomenal. But then when you play together, it's like your playstyles just don't mesh. And, you know, you do want to say, like, oh my gosh, as a teammate, why? We get paired together and now they're just not doing their job, you know? But it's like, you have to remember, like, oh wait, it works both ways. It's so hard in those 5 minutes of every match to learn how to play with people.
Oh, okay, here we go. Back into it seems the game has already started.
Throwing us into the action here.
Right into the mix.
Honorable Headache is trying to push up onto the plat. The Reef Slider didn't get that much. They got an assist, but they did keep Mystery Machine kind of on the back foot here. They have a Tacticooler. The blaster goes down. The reflex has already respawned for Honorable Headache. And we're seeing an Inkjet now.
Yeah, the Inkjet's going to get that V-shot, but less than 30 ticks of points are on the board, and as I say that, Mystery Machine is able to get in there and recap really the fight for paint. We see a bubble ready, a Reef Slider coming out once again, breaking that crab, 2 going down for Mystery Machine, as Honorable Headache gets that paint control and control of the map again.
Honorable Headache giving me a headache with this bubble placement, but that's besides the point. Dynamo doing an excellent job keeping Tacticoolers active. We've already seen 2 since we've started watching this game. And it really seems like Mystery Machine is struggling with the paint.
Even with that pencil, it can be really hard to keep control, because it is a good painting weapon, but you can't paint the whole map with it. As 2 go down once again. You're getting a nice snipe on that reflex.
Yes, it was a nice snipe, but they do go down to the blaster, who has been doing an excellent job all of these games, watching the ledges, keeping Mystery Machine back, and Honorable Headache does take this set 3-0.
Good job to... Sorry. A good job to both teams. We can't wait to see more in the future. They just Honorable Headache just had the map control like at the whole time. Even when they weren't in control of the zone, they just had the paint on the sides to like push back in with. And it was just really great to see a really good set.
Yeah, it was. And I think sometimes when you're playing and you're focused on the objective, it's so easy to forget how important keeping ink on the ground is. You could be in the middle of a fight with enemy players, but maybe one of their specials is ready and you have to get out of there and there's no ink behind you. All the ink is just in front of you. That's the worst, because then you don't have any exit routes. But Honorable Headache, I think, did a great job at just flooding the map. So it's like they had maneuverability, mobility, all the abilities. Honorable Headache had it.
A bubble placement. I don't know. They were just able to get in there and like stay in there. Like, nah, you can't get rid of me. We're just gonna keep jumping in, keep getting more. Like,
Exactly.
it wasn't like a complete shutout. Both teams put up like a good fight. Also, we got to see a reflux. We love to see it. Reflux love. Hashtag reflux love. It deserves a better kit.
Wow.
I don't know.
I don't really play any of the tri-stringer types. Any of the bow types.
I feel like the game, like Nintendo did not do the greatest job marketing their new classes, because like if bows, because like I remember in the directs they were talking about like how like the stringers make their explosive debut, but like why is there only 2 kits for it? Like why are both the kits like kind of bad? Like I don't know. They're a hard weapon to play, but like if you could, there's always that one player who's like really dedicated to it. So like, if you find that one player, let me know. Like as long as you can push a weapon and you're happy with it, that's all that matters. It's supposed to be a fun game. Here to have a good time.
That's true. So what weapons do you play, Melodic?
I can't say that. What weapons do I play? I have a midline. I play Nautilus, 96, and Glugas sometimes.
Oh my gosh! All the weapons that are the bane of my existence. Well, to play against, I mean, it's just, geez, the Nautilus, the 96, the Glugas.
I mean, yeah. Like I'm the midline, but. Yeah, I think it's probably best that we do take a little bit of a break, just so we can get this troubleshooting up, and give a little rest to our itty bitty voices. So we'll be back.
We will be back.
After this break for round 2.